Hi everybody, it's Andrew Hutchings. Still not a doctor, still never giving medical advice, not that you would even think that for this video. But if you do think that, I'm just giving consolidation of medical information along with my opinion. Yep. So this video was inspired because a friend of mine did not believe that you actually get a tolerance for drugs, medications, same thing. Drugs are medications, medications are drugs. And that is very false. You do, in fact, get tolerance for pretty much everything, it seems like. I'm sure there's some exceptions somewhere, just as a fluke of probability in the ways that the body works. It just somehow happens to bypass regulatory means. But yeah, the body does not want to be altered. It wants balance. I mean, it's never in balance, but it's always trying to be around here. So if something goes like this, well then this goes like this. See what I mean? Because this is this much above here, this is this much below here. I don't think I needed to explain that, but yeah. So there are many ways in which tolerance can form. For example, if you have a receptor and you have the molecule, bam, 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 it goes, hey, I'm getting hit too often. Maybe I should just go away. No more receptor. And then he comes back later and can get hit again. Goes away for a while. Oh, no more receptor. Comes back. Now, sometimes it actually goes away and then the body decides, hey, let's just get rid of him. Because this is not going away, and if we bring him back, it's just going to keep on pounding him. So let's just get rid of him permanently and maybe make a new one sometime in the future. So those are things that can happen. The receptor also could be changed, so it's getting hit. And hey, for some reason we don't want to just get rid of him or kill him off, so let's just change him. So now it's like it doesn't fit. And then maybe in the future it changes back, maybe not. You can also have other ways that tolerance works. So the liver, for example, can increase its enzymes to metabolize or eliminate. They tend to go hand in hand, but basically enzymes can change so that you can make the drugs affect you less. Whether it's by changing them into something else or getting them out of you faster. But by changing them into something else, you're often helping it get out of you faster. I mean, there's lots of other little ways, but I think those are the main things. You change the receptors or you change the bodily enzymes that can process the drugs. Yeah, I mean, there's little other ways, but those are the main ways. So, okay, so you're watching my channel, you're possibly interested in anabolic steroids. So with anabolic steroids, it is not, so the receptor thing I was showing you, that has not been shown with anabolic steroids. Actually, it's been shown that for some reason the body gets more receptors. Yeah, crazy, right? Because it goes against how the body normally is. But there have been studies that have shown that after like 6 to 8 weeks, I can't remember the exact number of weeks, that the benefits from anabolic steroids drastically go down. Now, is that because they were measuring lean body mass, which can include water in the tissue? And perhaps like the people gain a lot of water in the first 6 to 8 weeks, and then that kind of levels out and that's why they have less gains? Or is it actually because they stop gaining as much muscle? I don't know. We would need to do better studies that can take the water into account or use non-aromatizable steroids that don't make people retain water. But assuming that there is actually a decrease in tissue synthesis, it means that there's some other regulatory process. Now, think there's thoughts that it could be myostatin. I don't know a ton about this because I just never cared to look into it a lot. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I read about it a little one day, it's like, okay, and just go on to do something else because it didn't prompt me to start learning everything all about it. And I don't think it's fully known either, so it wouldn't really matter how much. I mean, if I look into it, I'm sure I'd get a much better idea and I could come up with my own opinion on what it is, likely. But I don't think it's really conclusively known. But there is something that changes in the body to make it so that, I mean, maybe steroids are that one rare exception. Because it's always possible just that, I mean, it's possible lightning can strike 3 times in the same place. It's possible that lightning can strike and an alien can teleport down to that same place. It's just unlikely. Or maybe it's impossible if you don't believe in aliens. So yes, it's always possible that somehow the body did not make a regulatory mechanism, but it's extremely unlikely. So, you know, maybe you've heard of alcoholics. Well, yeah, you've heard of alcoholics, but have you heard how their liver enzymes go up? Probably you've heard that drinking alcohol makes your liver enzymes go up. Now, why is it that they go up? Is it that alcohol is doing damage and that causes enzymes to go up? I put my hand over here so you can see it in a nice solid background. Well, sometimes the damage can cause enzymes to go up, but for the most part, the enzymes go up to process the alcohol better and get it out of the body. Your body always senses lots and lots of alcohol. It's like, hey, we got to make more hands over here to get rid of the alcohol. So this is not a receptor. This is an enzyme that's taking the alcohol and changing it or getting rid. It doesn't matter, but you get the point. So if you're always consuming a lot of alcohol, your body makes more enzymes to get rid of the alcohol. And actually, if you keep drinking and you overpower those enzymes and start damaging the liver, it actually loses its ability to make those enzymes sometimes. And a little off topic, but it's actually bad when you get a lot of liver enzymes that are really high, because those enzymes can, so like they're good for alcohol, getting rid of the alcohol, but say you have something else. So this is something else. It also can go into some of these enzymes and it gets changed into something that you don't necessarily want. Everything that goes through your body, unless you inject it intravenously, in which case it's active first and then it goes through your liver. So yeah, it doesn't really, at some point in time, everything that goes into your body, now there's probably some weird exception once again, because that's how things work in life. Nothing's 100%, but everything goes through the liver and gets altered. But sometimes what it gets altered into is not very good for you. Maybe it's carcinogenic, maybe it causes cell damage. I mean, the idea is to detoxify the body. It alters it so it can get it out of the body quicker or make it less harmful to you, but still, it's not like it has a brain. It just, these ways have evolved because they work most of the time. It's more good than it is bad. Overall, it's beneficial. But when the levels go up and they start changing things more than is optimal because they're trying to be able to handle some other thing like alcohol, then it can start making too much of the harmful stuff and the harm can start getting up there. So yeah, lesson of the day is tolerance to drugs, aka medications, does exist 100%. Even if we don't know exactly how tolerance works for something, it most likely has some sort of tolerance mechanism, because the body does not want to be, it wants to be like this. It does not want to be like this or like this. It always wants to be going around balance. So it's always going to find, almost always, 99.99999% of the time, going to find a way to come back to here. Now, you could definitely figure out a molecule that you can introduce into the body and it's going to really screw it up. You make a molecule that no enzymes can bind to get it out of the body and you're in for some trouble. I I mean, that's not a good situation when your body cannot metabolize out something that's screwing with it. That's why you do have these mechanisms, because if something cannot be eliminated, if something screws with the body and your body can't get rid of it, you're screwed. I mean, maybe it's not gonna kill you, but it's gonna lower your overall fitness. You can't function potentially. I mean, I know a molecule that I'm not gonna say, but it's pretty bad. Like, it gets in you, and yeah, your body can eventually get it out, but it's like not a good situation when it just stays in there and stays in there, and yeah, it screws with things. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, especially if you like the video. Why not? It helps me out, doesn't cost you anything. And check out my Instagram if you want to see what's achievable naturally with like better lighting and stuff, because as you can see, this is not like the best, most impressive lighting. I don't even look like I'm in that good a shape with this lighting. I mean, probably you can, yeah, that looks good. And see, I hold my arms closer to the camera when I want them to look bigger. If I hold them further away, they look smaller. And you can hire me for training advice, like training plans, diet plans, supplement plans. You can hire me to explain the ingredients in supplements to you. You can hire me to consolidate medical information and give it to you along with my opinion. You can also soon buy my book on tendinitis to actually get rid of your tendinitis wherever it is, and to get back to enjoying life to the fullest and save time and money. And my website is coming soon, so when that comes out, I'll have to go through all these videos and post a link to it. Yeah, hope you like this video.